Hello my dear students, welcome to my channel Learn and Develop. Today we will discuss the chapter The Sound of Music from class 9 Bihai's book, and we will discuss the first part. This chapter is having two parts, so the first part we will discuss. The first part is telling about a girl. Her name was Evelyn Glennie, and she listens to sound without hearing it. So let us discuss the chapter. Before you read, what it is telling: God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. Okay, God may have taken her hearing, but God may have given something extraordinary to her. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So let us read the chapter. Rush hour, crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. Okay, so from the first line we can learn that maybe this girl Evelyn Glennie was going somewhere and there was a rush hour. That is the rush hour. Rush hour, that means the busy hour. Okay, and crowds jostle. Jostle, that means pushing roughly for position, for taking their position in the train platform. Okay, a slight girl looking younger than her 17 years. Okay, you should mark this part. 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibration of the approaching train. Okay, she can feel the vibration of the approaching train, as because she stood at the train platform. Okay, so that is why she can feel it. Okay, and she was near about 17 years old. Okay, it was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London. Okay, so where she was going? She was going to prestigious Royal Academy of Music, and which was situated in London, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. Okay, so why it is telling Scottish farm? It is telling Scottish farm, that means this girl Evelyn Glennie belongs to Scotland. That is why it is telling Scottish farm. Okay, and she is going to London, where the prestigious Royal Academy of Music. Okay, and generally she was from Scotland. So in Scotland it's just a village side, and she is going to London. Okay, so that is why she feels nervous. Okay, she was very much nervous at that time. Okay, but this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Deaf, you know na? Deaf, that means those who are unable to hear. Okay, profoundly deaf. Okay, so she was profoundly deaf. Aspiring musician, that means a person who wants to be a musician. Okay, Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Okay, it was gradual. That means continuously it was just increasing. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play piano. So maybe there was a program. So in that program, Evelyn just went to perform, and at that time she was 8 years old. Okay, and her mother noticed this thing, that noticed something. Okay, so what she noticed, let us read. They call her name and she didn't move. Okay, so they are calling her name, that means Evelyn's name, but she didn't move. Okay, I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. Isabel Glennie is the mother of Evelyn Glennie. Okay, Isabel Glennie noticed this thing, that they are calling Evelyn Glennie's name, but she is not moving. Okay, For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. Okay, as she was profoundly deaf, that is why she was always trying to just what we can say. She was not confident to say something. Okay, although her friends or teachers are telling something, whenever they are telling something, she is just pretending to be heard. Okay, pretending to be heard, but she was not hearing properly. Okay, but by the time she was 11, okay, she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and her headmistress urged her parents, urged that means called, okay, her parents to take her to a specialist. Okay, to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. Okay, so why she was unable to hear? The reason was that it was just gradual nerve damage. Okay, it was gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. Okay, so what the specialist told? Specialist told that she can hear by hearing aids. You all know now what is hearing aids. That means those who are unable to hear, we are giving them a different kind of instrument. Okay, that is the hearing aids. By this machine they can hear. Okay, and they also told that to send her to a school for the deaf school. Okay, everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Okay, so what Evelyn told? Evelyn told that everything was suddenly looked black. Just imagine that if you are unable to hear, it will be just like that. Everything suddenly looked black. That is right. But Evelyn was not going to give up. Okay, she was determined to lead a normal life. Okay, she was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. Okay, she pursue her interest in music. Okay, she always loved to play music or listen to music. She loves music. She loves music. Okay, one day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone. Okay, xylophone is an instrument. Okay, and decided that she wanted to play it too. Okay, when she saw that a girl was playing xylophone, she was very much interested and she decided that she will play this instrument. Most of the teachers discouraged her. Discouraged, that means ignored her, that they are not ready to teach her. Why? Because she was unable to hear. So how she can learn this music? Okay, that is why most of the teachers discouraged her. But percussionist Ron Forbes, mark this part, percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. Okay, he began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Okay, he has given two different drums in two different notes and also told her that don't listen through your ears. He would say try to sense it some other way. Okay, he told Evelyn that try to sense it some other way. Says Evelyn, suddenly I realized, here I refers to Evelyn. Okay, suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated, that means what she is telling? She is telling that she can feel the higher drum in waist up. Waist up, that means waist up, that means upper part of the body, and the lower drum in lower part of the body. Okay, she can feel that thing. Forbes repeated the exercise. Okay, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes. Okay, she can she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. And she is telling, I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. To understand those sounds and vibrations, she just opened her mind and body. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. Rest was her sheer determination. That means extreme determination and her hard work. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, at that time she was 16 years old, she had decided to make music her life. At that time she decided that she will make her career in music. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the academy. So at the very beginning we were discussing that we have learned that she was going somewhere. Where she was going? She was going to the Royal Academy of Music, which was situated in London, and there she scored one of the highest marks in the history of that academy. Okay, is it clear? She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. Solo performance, you all know, that means individual performance. Okay, she moved to the solo performance from orchestral work. Okay, at the end of her 3 years course, she had captured most of the top awards. In her 3 years course in the Royal Academy of Music, she captured most of the top awards. Okay, and for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievements, as she was she got lots of awards or top awards, but although she never felt that kind of attitude or that kind of thinking that heroic achievement, she had done something. So whenever in our life we are just getting a simple award, now we are always just very much glad, and we are very much obliged, very much heroic. We are thinking that we have done something extraordinary, but that is not right. That is a simple achievement. We have to go far more. Okay, so that is why it is telling that she never where it is won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. Okay, is it clear? If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there, she is telling. That means Evelyn is telling, if you work hard and if you know that what is your goal, then you will get there. Okay, and she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some thousands instruments and hectic international schedule. Okay, so at last what we found that she was able to play thousands of instruments. Okay, that much ability she was having. Okay, and I forgot to tell you another thing, that is percussion. Do you know what is percussion? Percussion means that any kind of leather instrument is called percussion. Okay, remember this thing, percussion is any kind of leather instrument like tabla, dholak, all these things are percussion. Okay, it is intriguing to watch Evelyn's function so effortlessly without hearing. Okay, so whenever we are just seeing that Evelyn is, whenever people are just observing that Evelyn is performing in a stage without hearing, that is obviously it was very much delightful. Okay, in our 2-hour discussion, I forgot to tell you another thing, that is intriguing, that means fascinating. Okay, you have to remember. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. So in our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Man with bushy beards give me trouble, she loved. Actually, a man was taking interview of Evelyn Glennie. So this part it is telling. Okay, So that is why this man is telling, this person is telling in our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. As because, see, Evelyn was unable to hear, so it is possible that she could miss some words, but no, the man is telling that she in their 2-hour discussion she never missed a word. Man with bushy beards give me trouble. Evelyn is telling that man, that person who was taking her interview, okay, that person was having bushy beards. Bushy, that means heavy beards, okay. It was giving her trouble. She loved. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. Evelyn is telling, whenever I'm reading someone's word, okay, what the next person is telling to me, I always try to watch not only his or her lips, but also that person's whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Scottish lilt, that means Scottish accent. Lilt here refers to a way of speaking, okay. That means the people of Scotland are having different type of accent in their speaking. Same America, same Australia, same England, wherever we are going in this world, if we are taking just one language, suppose it is English, if we are going to different country, we will get different kinds of accent, okay. So that is called lilt, Scottish lilt, Scottish way of talking. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. Till I was 11, I could hear. That is why my speech was very clear. She says, that means Evelyn. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Although she was deaf, later she learned French and Japanese, 2 language, okay. As for music, she explains, okay, about music, what she told, see, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. Okay, she told that this music is just pouring in my body. It tingles in the skin. Tingles, that means causes a slight pricking or stinging sensation, okay, one kind of sensation, that is called tingle in the skin. My cheekbones, that means this part, our face, lower part of our face, that is called cheekbone. And even in my hair, she can feel the music in her hair also. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. Through her fingertips, she can feel the sound whenever she used to play xylophone, okay. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. The resonance, that means one kind of vibration or echo, we can say, okay. Oh, it is written there, echoes of sounds. She can feel that echo whenever she used to play the large drum, okay. She can feel that echo into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration passes through her bare feet and up her legs. So whenever she used to play xylophone in any wooden platform, she always used to remove her shoes. Why? Because by the bare feet, okay, by the bare feet she can feel the vibration passing through her body, okay. She can feel that music, okay. That is why she always remove her shoes whenever she used to play xylophone on a wooden platform. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audience, okay. She has given lot of happiness to her audience. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. She got one award in 1991, and it was, what was the award? The award was that the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Okay. Then says master percussionist James Blades. What he told? He told about Evelyn Glennie. What he told? God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary, as we have read in the beginning, at the very beginning. Okay. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. Okay. She can feel that music. What we are hearing, she can feel that music. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Okay. That was the reason. Next, it is telling Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Okay, workaholic, that means a person who finds it difficult to stop working. That means what? That means a person who never just keep distance from work. Those who loves to work. Okay, so Evelyn also loves to work. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musician. So what was her desire? Her desire was to work harder than the classical musician. As we all know that in music field, the classical musicians are very much determined and they are practicing a lot. Okay, so in this case she was telling that I want to work hard more than the classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Okay, rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. In prisons and hospitals, she used to give some free concerts. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. She was also a teacher. She teaches music to small children. Enriching, another character of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, says what he says about Evelyn Glennie. She is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is now here that they cannot go. Okay, what he told? He told that she is that means Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. Okay, so Evelyn Glennie achieved a lot of award. So this line is telling that Evelyn Glennie achieved a lot of awards just as compared to the twice of her age people. Suppose Evelyn Glennie was 20 years old, okay, and a musician, a famous musician who was just 40 years old. Whatever the achievements this person achieved, all these things achieved by this 20 years old girl, Evelyn Glennie. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra. Before, percussion used to play at the back side of the orchestra, but this girl, Evelyn Glennie, brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped. Okay, for the handicapped people, she was an inspiration. People who look to her and say, if she can do, I can. So people used to say one thing, that if this deaf girl can do this thing, then why not me? I also can do this thing. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. As she was a great musician, that is why she has given enormous pleasure, lots of pleasure to millions of people. Okay, so that's it for this chapter. If you like this video, press the bell icon and like button and subscribe to my channel.